What's up, everybody? Outja here. Okay, so I don't know what the fuck happened in the last one. I tried to start up the stream again, and it instantly went to my old account, even though I hit campaign mode. Now then, let's try this again. Yes. I know you work properly. I just tried it the second time after I ended that stream. Try and do this again. We'll always do the intro, because why not? Gotta let you know what you're doing. Anyway, this time it's gonna be a water challenge, like I said. So, I'm gonna do waters only. Fuck yeah. Probably not gonna go the bestest, but who knows? We'll see. I mean, Earth's was pretty solid, not gonna lie. But to be fair, they're really good on health points, so who knows? I guess we'll find out. I'll definitely have to take some from Mako. I'll definitely need root waters early. Yeah. To become king of Capsule Monster. Yes, that's right. King of Capsule Monsters, that's what I desire. Simply because I want it. I mean, even the trophy's kind of mid, but I just want the title. It sounds cool. Alright. Now, are we going to do it correctly this time? I swear to God. Better not. Alright, there we go. Sweet. Yeah, just when I tried to do it before, it didn't even fucking do that. It went straight to Area 1 on my old one. I'm like, what the hell? And then I'll just put the element instead of the other thing. Let's go water. Alright. Build custom. It's just easier. For me. Specifically for me. Because I want to. Alright. Let's go. Wrong way. Woda. I think I'll pick this one. The ring. I don't know why. That just seems... Or I guess palace. Could be cool. Like an underwater palace thing. But this just seems cooler. I'll pick the ring. Actually, you know what? I'll pick the palace. With... Ash, maybe? Or... Green? Oh, no, not green. I guess I'll go cyan. Fuck it. Is that? PP doesn't really matter that much. Yeah, that should be fine, because you don't get a whole lot at the start regardless. I think I started with 170 before. Alright, I'll do that. Yeah, we'll start with that. A little higher on points, because should be most of them are pretty low cost. Okay, I'll go ahead and just skip this. Everybody knows this stuff. You can check it out in my original Yu-Gi-Oh! Capsule Monsters run through. I go through all the cutscenes and everything, including this chart thing here, so. But of course, you know, you can see it here anyway, so it doesn't matter. Wood is strong against the wind. Kind of makes you wonder why Thunder's strong against light. Doesn't really make a lot of sense there. But it is what it is. Show me the monsters. Alright. Root water, root water, root water. Dolphin. Second Kappa. Second Kappa, second Kappa. Okay. I have to buy 10, so... Earth. Good enough. I was gonna buy a Kribo, but whatever. Yeah, because you have to have 10 monsters in order to start, so, you know. It is what it is. I'll take out the non-waters right now. I also had just enough points to pull that off. I was a little worried for half a second. Isn't it? Alright. Not bad though. 7 monsters isn't bad. Yeah, I gotta get the root waters for sure. And the High Tide Gyojin, I believe it is. It's pretty good. It's a pretty strong monster. I think I got it in my original playthrough. It was pretty good. Sucks it's a diagonal attacker, but it mixed root waters with High Tide Gyojins, it's fine. So. Plus I can get a Fiend Kraken from Mako. And then... Second Kappa. It evolves. I have it. I just don't know what its movements are, because I don't really use it hardcore.
Hiya, Yug. I've been waiting for you. Joey! The one and only. And don't think I'm gonna take it easy on you just because you're my friend. I'm not holding anything back.
Then let's get started, Joey.
Weird that they gave him a Brooklyn accent. I don't really get that. But at the same time, it just works, so I'm not gonna complain. Plus, Joey wouldn't be Joey without his Brooklyn accent. Oh, nice. I'll go ahead and go first. Always important. But, you know, it is what it is. Alright.
Okay, I'll select my monsters to play with.
Wait a sec.
What's wrong, Yugi?
There's a limit on which monsters you can use, which is determined by monster points.
Yes, I'm gonna listen to all of this, because why wouldn't I?
You mean the points I paid in order to get monsters?
Yeah. Each stage has a set limit of monster points, and the total monster points of the monsters you use cannot exceed the limit.
I see. That means if the monster point limit of the stage is 100,
Thank God that's not true.
then I can use 10 monsters that are 10 monster points each.
I mean, there's also a maximum deployment limit, which they don't ever point out, but whatever.
Or I can only use 5 monsters if they are 20 monster points each.
That's right. So you have to think carefully about the balance of which monsters to use.
Okay. Thanks, Yugi.
Yeah, to be fair, I do think it should have pointed out the monster deployment limit. But it is what it is. I'm not gonna fucking be finicky like that. Like, who cares? You know? I still feel like it should have been pointed out, because again, kind of important. But it is what it is. One. Fine. Two. And Tress. This will be some good spots for this. At least, that's pretty good at least. Speaking of.
It's time to start.
Ha, here I go again, trying to start up a story that I'm never gonna finish.
Pieces, you need AP.
Next time on Dragon Ball
Each piece
Z.
has a set requirement of AP. And if I move it, then the AP on the screen decreases, correct?
Yep. And if you don't have enough AP, then you can't move your pieces anymore.
So I have to be careful about the amount of AP when thinking about how to move my pieces.
Yep.
Uh-huh. But first, you can't move anything if you don't summon monsters from your capsules. So you have to choose which monsters to summon.
You're right. Okay.
Yeah. Alright. I guess I'll finish off that other one from before. I can only open 2. That sucks. Sucks that... Oh, no, I can open 3. Hell yeah! Lucky! Okay. That's... Yeah, honestly, the starting points kind of suck. But it is what it is. Anyway, I'm going to finish the story from the last stream. The one with the cult thing. Pretty sure nobody's going to watch these back to back. But if you want the finish of it... I probably should have said that before I'd finish it in this one. Should I finish it? I'm going to finish it. That one was actually kind of funny.
It's my turn.
Because I might have accidentally ruined an entire world.
Right now you saw the AP increase, right?
Mainly because I accidentally killed the god of death and misfortune. Like, it wasn't even an accident.
Where it says AP on the screen,
but at the same time,
there's a number with a plus sign next to it.
Yes.
I thought it'd be funny.
This number must be the amount of AP that increases on my turn.
Yeah, and if you summon a monster, it'll increase.
That means either I move a summoned monster, or I summon so that I can move more pieces.
Yep.
That's something I need to think about.
It's true.
It's important to make a decision based on the situation.
Yep. Anyway. Yeah, I accidentally killed him. So, there's just an entire dimension out there that has no concept of death. Because apparently it wasn't just for that world, it was for the entire dimension. Which I was like, whoopsies.
Its ability decreased.
That terrain is not good for your piece's attribute.
If then its ability decreases.
See, it skipped that. It skipped dialogue again. It didn't say if the terrain is unfavorable then. I didn't know that.
If the terrain is favorable, then the ability increases.
Yeah, you can check by looking at your piece's ability.
I see. Then, I should be on the same terrain as my attribute as much as possible.
Yep.
It changes depending on the situation, but it's worth remembering.
True. Okay. Alright. That's not bad. But still. In the end, yeah. So, yeah, it turns out that guy was stronger than I thought. In terms of influence, not really ability, because it was just a quick gun and down. I mean, I left the cult, technically. And to be fair, it's not like I did anything wrong. I was told to stop them from killing people. It's not my fault that technically I stopped anybody from killing anybody or dying in general. I wasn't told to not let that happen. I was just told to let them, to make the cult stop killing people. So in my defense, I don't think I did anything wrong. That's pretty much just the story. I wound up beating them all up. I did a lot of unspeakable things. Mostly physically. More like Thanatos. Yeah, definitely more Thanatos. He actually was like, you know... Hades is not really a god of death, per se. He's more like the afterlife. Because, like, death and the afterlife are two separate things. Because Hades is, like, more like an overseer. Thanatos is more of the, he goes and does it. You know what I mean? So definitely more Thanatos. He literally was the god of literal death and misfortune. Again, don't ask for his name. I don't fucking remember. Oh, wait, what? When did it turn on? I don't remember turning that on. You know, it wasn't really a thing I pay attention to all that much. It was kind of like, eh. Plus, it's not like I was really there for him, per se. I just thought, what's the fastest way to finish this job? And then I was like, yeah, fuck it. I'll just kill this guy. Super fast, super easy. It's not going to be a lot of work. And I get my payment plan started. So, I don't care. That lady owed me a lot of money for this. Although, to be fair, usually god slaying is a bit more expensive, but because she didn't know it was a god slaying, and I didn't find out till after, because honestly, if you look into the future all the time, you never get surprised. So I don't like doing it. Unless it's, like, extremely important.
I'll use all
So.
my skill.
I mean, you know, knowing everything all the time is just boring after a while. So, you know what they say, spice up life a little. I just ignore that, and I don't do it. And I just run into shit blind, because why wouldn't I do that?
This isn't looking good.
But yeah, so basically there's just a whole dimension that literally doesn't have a concept of death. Nobody dies. I mean, you could still, like, you still age sometimes. I mean, some people do. I think they actually created artificial aging, but the joke's on them. They still won't die. Honestly, I went back from time to time to see what they do, and holy shit, they got depraved. Like, they really, a lot of people were asking for death. Like, it got bad. To the point they were ripping each other to pieces, seeing how much damage they could do to themselves before it counted as death. Yeah, answer is none. Like, none of it counts as death. Like, it's all just, you live. The whole time. So, like, they were doing some shit. Like, I went back one time, and there was just, like, a whole village that was skinned alive, the organs hung up on branches from which they were hanging, and then pretty much 90% of their body was carved away. Although that could have been animals, though, too. Like, it was bad. And they're still moaning and groaning on top of those shit. Like, they got bad. Which I thought was entertaining, but hey, leave me alone. I'm allowed to find shit funny. Because I'm like, damn, they really wanted death so bad they did this. Holy crap. That's not surprising in the slightest. But at the same time, it's like, meh. Alright, I should be able to finish both of these off, actually. Right? Yeah, because I got 4 attacks total. Do I have 4 attacks? Yeah, I got 4 attacks. Paste. Yeah, you'd be surprised what some people will do after a while. And it hadn't even been, like, 200 years. Which I thought was the weirdest part.
Okay.
Like, you would think it'd take them a while to really get, like, to that point. But no, 200 years, not even 200 years. I think it was like 186 years. And they were just doing that shit to each other. I'm like, dude. I suppose so, yes. In that dimension it was. It was not natural, it was God-induced. You could actually say that, yes. It's not the same in every dimension. Again, everything has different rules and regulations based off of how everything progresses. But in that one, yes. Pretty much every natural phenomenon has a god. Like, there's even... actually, this is funny. So, you know when you stub your toe? That has a god for it in that dimension. There's a god of stubbing your toe. I shit you not. Like, I shit you not, there is. It is so fucking funny. You jam your hand in a wall and, like you punch a hole in the wall? Yeah, there's a god for that, which I don't understand that. Like, everything has a god for some fucking reason that I don't know. But at the same time, it's kind of funny. So, you know, I don't really bother worrying about it. God of storms, god of flickering lights. Literally everything has a god for it. Which, honestly, really makes that pantheon kind of weird as fuck. I mean, I guess not for breathing or anything. Like, that stuff's kind of different. But I mean, you know. It's all the same in the end, I suppose. Oh, yeah, that guy's taking a lot of damage. It's not that bad, though. Like, there's technically one dimension that literally has no concept of religion in any way, shape, or form. And it's basically just, like, honestly about the same. There's really not much of a difference. Aside from the fact there's no religion. Well, that and the planet has 2 suns, but I don't think that's really relevant. I mean, again, it didn't change anything. It still works like the normal planet, you know. It just has 2 suns. And the solar system's missing like 2 planets, but again, irrelevant, I think, personally.
I lost,
so,
Yugi.
You know.
But Joey, you fought valiantly.
Yeah, I guess I did. Maybe that's why I don't feel that bad that I lost. Now don't you be losing any other duels, alright?
Of course, I won't let you down.
Specifically Jupiter and Neptune. Those are the planets that were missing in that dimension, by the way. Not the dimension with the god-induced death, but another dimension that, you know, I was talking about. It's pretty much the same, but has no religion. It's different. I still think it's kind of funny. Alright, no need for fire monsters.
Hey, Yugi!
What's wrong, Joey?
There's something I forgot to tell you about this tournament. There are 5 opponents in each area. And if you don't beat them all, you can't move on.
That means I just defeated you, Joey, so I have to defeat 4 more opponents.
Yep.
Right. And if you clear 4 areas, a whole new path opens up.
A new path? What?
Like,
Oh, whoops.
well, just keep winning. And maybe it'll all make sense later. So keep at it, buddy.
Thanks, Joey. That's exactly what I'll do.
Yeah, beat their butts. See you later.
Hell yeah.
A new path? I don't know what the new path is, but we're traveling on our own road right now. No matter who we face on this road, we must win. And
Yeah.
we'll do it together.
Yeah, together. Teamwork. Like, there's technically, like, honestly, one of the main questions I usually get is there a dimension without, like, mortals? Yes, there are 2. They're just empty. Like, that's it. It's just empty. So, in case you were curious, oh, what happened then? No, just empty. Like, there's still planets and stuff, but it's just like floating rocks. That's it. So, it's kind of boring. Not really impressive. I usually use those dimensions to store my stuff that I don't want to put, you know, in my archive. I have an archive, by the way. It's cool. It's neat. It's got lots of stuff. But I usually just store extra shit on those because, again, why not? It's not like anybody else is using those dimensions, so why shouldn't I use it to put stuff I don't really care? Or, you know, like sometimes I drop random people in those dimensions just for fun. Like, I don't really have a reason. I just do it. Or, hey, if I get into a big fight, I usually just transport me and whoever I'm fighting there. Just, you know, we have open space. Why not? I mean, no reason not to.
Ta-da! It's me, the man, the legend, Tristan Taylor.
They had a whole thing they could have did.
Yugi, I may not be as experienced as you when it comes to games, but if you take me lightly, I'm gonna make you pay.
I know. That's why I'm going to use all my skills to defeat you.
Nah. All of them?
No matter who my opponent is, I will use all my strength to defeat you. That is my
sure.
proof as a true duelist.
Yeah.
Oh.
I respect that.
Maybe you don't need to use all your skills. You know, maybe just some. Please?
Yeah. I feel like it's only respectful to use all your skills, even if you're training somebody. You don't take it easy. How are they gonna learn if you take it easy on them? You know what I mean? That's my logic. Damn, you actually got me on that one. Really? I didn't know Tristan goes second. Some computers pick second and some pick first. But yeah. Well, I guess technically, if you put something in an empty dimension, does it count as empty anymore? I suppose that's a good question. Because, I mean, it's no longer just empty, but I mean, technically, it's not empty because it still has the rubble from what attempted creation. But in the end, it didn't work, so, you know, irrelevant. Let me go over here. I guess I'll put one here. Got it. But yeah, it's a funny thing to think about. I think I just thought a whole conversation and just said, that's a funny thing to think about. Ha! That's hilarious.
Time to start.
48. 45. Oh, 54, sorry. I think I have just enough to open this, right? Yeah, 72. pretty fun.
All right, here I come, Yugi.
Actually, I guess it kind of reminds me of the time I had to give a full-on lecture as to why somebody was wrong about dimensional travel. Because, like, really think about it. In most dimensions, like, you know, I guess technically to you guys, they're fictional, but everything exists in some way, shape, or form. It's a funny thing. True, but I feel like that's a little different. You know, there's a difference between in games and, you know, swords, you know, weapons that could literally kill you. I feel like that's different. Again, they're still not going to go easy. I feel like that's not really the same thing. Because using a wooden sword isn't going easy because you're not really lowering your skill. You're just not killing them by decapitating them or chopping their limbs into pieces. So I feel like it's technically going easy on them because if you... Yeah, you could argue, well, I'm not killing them instantly. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, but you're still beating the shit out of them. Like, you're still, in terms of raw skill, defeating them. So I feel like that's a bit semantic-y rather than an actual example. Because again, if I'm going to teach you how to use a sword, you're not going to expect me to not only use all of my skills to teach you, but also kill you in the process. Like, that would defeat the point. You know what I mean? But in terms of gaming, like if you're teaching someone to play a new game, and they at least have the basic controls down, like, you know, Tristan does, you're not going to take it easy on them, per se. Well, I guess you could say you're not going full throttle right from the start. But I don't believe in that. I believe you never learn if I take it easy on you. Like, you'll still learn, 100%. Like, I'm not going to beat you so hard you don't learn anything. But at the same time, it's like, I'm not going to let you win. I guess that's more accurate to say. Like, I'm not going to let you win. Of course, if I'm going easy on you as for fun, for sure, I'll do that. I have done it before. And if it gets turned around on me, then so be it. But I don't really like going easy. Like, in a teaching manner. Like, if you know how to play the game, and I know I'm just better than you, I'll go easy on you because I think it's funny if I still win with me not trying. But at the same time, it's like, if I'm teaching you, I'm going to teach you. And as they say, you mortals brought this up yourselves. You know, you made this your own saying. You learn more from a loss than a victory. If I let you win, you don't really learn anything. However, if I repeatedly shove your face into the dirt, you're eventually going to learn you don't like your face being in the dirt, and so you'll not do what you've been doing to get your face shoved into the dirt. You know what I mean? I guess in that sense it's technically different, but I mean, like, again, like Yu-Gi-Oh, for example. I'm not going to go easy on you. Why would I do that? Also, he's like right there. He does that every time. So weird. A lot of damage, though. What beats water again? I completely forgot. That's wind, right? Yeah. Ooh, Mai's going to be a troublesome one for me. Ooh, I might not have as good of a time with a Shizu either.
I'm ahead. I'll finish this duel quickly.
To improve. True. That is true. Which I would say, arguably, even if it's very little, everything has a chance to learn as long as A, it has a comparable brain capability, and B, it actually wants to learn. I feel like that's also impactful. Like, just because you can learn doesn't mean you want to learn. So I feel like that's important too. That's why I always ask before, again, if I ever indulge somebody and train them in something, it's like, do you actually want to learn it? Or are you just saying it to fill time? Because I don't like wasting my time. Like, yes, I have an infinite amount of time, but I'd rather not waste it. You know what I mean? I feel like that's kind of it, really. Because, like, yes, the ability to improve, but also the will to do so. Because you can't really do anything without both. I suppose true. I mean, I don't know. I would argue it depends on what it is. Because, like, yeah, you could argue you can't improve infinitely. But, I mean, technically, if you're going to argue on the point of perfection, which would be the lack of improvement due to absolute, you know, finishing of something, basically. In that case, you could argue, yes, you've reached perfection then. But if perfection technically isn't real, then wouldn't you argue that it is possible to actually improve infinitely? However, to most people, it would not seem like you're improving because you're just so much better than them. Therefore, to them, it doesn't look like you're improving because it's either A, because I believe improvement comes in increments. So like at some point, at starting point, you're going to see a lot more improvement at the start. It's going to go from 0 to like 10 to 40 to 90, and then it's as you get higher, it's going to go lower and lower improvement because A, there's not a lot of people that can actually compete with you, and B, you're not needing to improve on as much anymore. So as long as somebody's there to keep challenging you and pushing you, you could argue you could improve infinitely, so long as the rate of improvement stays even within the people trying to improve. And the will to improve remains as well. Very important part. But if you stop wanting to improve, then you will stop improving because you're just going through the motions rather than actively trying to improve your own skills.
I take damage there. I can't
Yeah,
let
that's
that
fine.
happen again.
I knew I wouldn't take a lot, so it's fine.
All right. Everything went according to plan.
That's fine. But again, it's always a matter of perspective as well, too. Alright, I don't have to get in the way, and I can still finish you off. Baba boy. Like, even mortals, I would argue, could improve. I suppose that argument is true.
Which part of take it easy do you not understand?
But again, the point is, it's not truly having reached perfection, but the argument could be made that you have. Because just because you're inherently flawed, if you're so good that no one else can ever reach you or challenge you, then the only options you have are go through the motions or stop and become rusty to have a challenge. I guess there's also the middle ground of just not doing that thing anymore, because what would be the point? But at the same time, it's just... Because again, there's such a thing as improving so much that your inherent flaws become literally pointless. Because yeah, you have flaws, but if you're skilled enough to overcome them to a point where they're not very noticeable except for somebody on your level, you know what I mean? Because even mortals only have a limit for, like, fighting, an example. They only have a limit to the amount of, you know, reflexivity they have. I think it's like a few, like, you know, nobody's going to be able to react instantly. It always, your body has its inherent limitation. But if your skill is high enough, it usually doesn't matter. Because 9 times out of 10, you're just going to win the fight before it actually becomes an actual issue. Oh shit, wait, what's the dolphin at? I forgot what health it has left. Shit, what's it got left? 116? I might lose dolphin. I think I messed up. I think I'm going to lose the dolphin. I should have let root water take that brunt. Because I knew it wasn't going to finish it, right? Yeah, that's game. I'm going to take 15 damage and lose it. Yeah, well. Oh, wait, no, never mind. What the fuck? I survived. Holy shit. Oh, you... No fucking way you can hit me. That's bullshit.
Are you trying to make me feel all good and then catch me off guard later?
Maybe. Actually, that was a complete mistake. See what I mean? Although that was funny, so that's probably really there. But still. Alright, I'll go ahead and finish this guy off. Hopefully I can get a level or two, or a level after this. I'm not gonna get 2, that'd be crazy. Definitely inherently 1 at least. Alright, let's see. Should I try and go through the lightning area, or should I go through the wood area? I think I'll wait to see what he does. I'll go ahead and go here. Am I thinking right? High-Tech Gyojin is for root water, right? What does Psychic Kappa become? That is true. That is correct, yes. I do agree with that. Where is he going? Is he going to come at me? I'm kind of focused on what he's going to do now. I'm actually kind of curious now. Although, to be fair, if you let your opponent dodge a shot, I feel like that's really dumb of you. Either that or you... Well, then again, it's not always on purpose. Wow, I forgot he's taking damage this whole fucking time. Let me see if it's even worth coming in here or not. Can I finish him? Nope, 10 points shy. And I am not going to let that happen. I'm going to wait for him to come up, take the extra 15, and finish him next turn. Unless he doesn't, but either way, he's going to die, so it doesn't matter. He loses. Fuck yeah, let's go. He's going to come up, he's going to attack Psychic Kappa, that's fine. That's why I kept him there. And then minus 15. The next turn I take him for 80 damage, because that's all that's left. And I win. Ba-da-beep-ba-da-ba-ba. Bye.
This will finish you.
I am getting steamrolled like a freeway.
That's a good
No
one.
wonder you're a champion.
Yep, that is true. I am a champ because I steamroll. Although less steam and more force roll, but yeah, that's whatever, man. Actually, I'm kind of curious. Why do they call steamrollers steamrollers? Do they actually incorporate steam?
I knew
Or
I
is
didn't
it just
stand a
like
chance against an expert
because of the
like you.
smoke and it's supposed to be really hot? Is it like a metaphorical thing, or
Keep it up, Yugi. I'm counting on you to win it all.
probably metaphorical? Because it's used, steamrollers are really used to push down still cooling asphalt into shape.
Thank you,
So that's
Tristan.
probably why. Although even then, why would you call it a steamroller? It's not like it creates steam. I don't really care overall, but it's still funny. See, it's simple things like that that entertain me. Thinking of simple things. Like, I could just think about it. Oh, that's cool. See? Immortals think of everything. Although, to be fair, it is a smart way to do it. That's actually cool as fuck, though. Y'all used to be hardcore about Steam. And then it just kind of didn't happen anymore after that Industrial Revolution thing. Which, I mean, hey, you do you, but you'd think you'd worry about your planet a little more. But I mean, hey, I don't really give a shit. You guys do that in almost every dimension. I mean, honestly, is that just like a normal tendency? Yes, it is. I feel like destruction is just coded in your shit. And then, like, hindsight's 20/20 on all of you. It's like, oh, shit. Whoosh. But then at that point, you've gone too far to stop. So it's like, fuck it, we'll just go harder. And it's like, okay, but what does that help? It's like, well, if we go harder, we'll get better shit, and then we'll be able to leave. But what if it doesn't work like that? Oh, that won't happen. It'll work. It's like, okay, if you insist.
Yugi, don't forget that I invented Dungeon Dice Monsters, so I'm a game expert myself. Let's see who's the real king of games.
I accept your challenge, Duke Devlin.
When I win,
Oh, we'll hail the new champion.
It's
Time to duel. Yeah. But you know, speaking of destroying planets, you'd be surprised how often planets get blown up by meteors. It's very funny. And I mean actual meteors, not one I throw at them. It's different, technically. One's naturally occurring, and one is because I'm either bored or I don't like you guys. That is true. However, I do have to disagree with the humans not inclined to destroy. Honestly, from my personal experience, it seems like that's all they really do. And I'm not saying they're not allowed, but at the same time, it's like, you could be doing better things with your lives, but all of you choose to really be just viciously disgusting mongrels. Like, you could do so much better. Like, look, I'm giving y'all the benefit of this shit, alright? I do think, potentially, you could do better if you actually tried. But you damn kind of just don't want to do that. It's like, okay, look, I mean, not all of you, of course. Maybe, probably. I mean, deep down, you're all basically the same. You even look all the same. That's crazy to me. But, I don't know. You just haven't really proved any actual value aside from your innovative... I mean, y'all's capability of destruction's neat. Especially in most dimensions where you find out more shit. True, but it's not inclined from genuine value. Like, again, you do it to survive, not because you want to create. The only reason you wish to create that is because it helps you live. If it didn't do anything, you probably wouldn't do it. Again, you could argue, but they make art and they do all this. True. But, like, you're bored. That's it. You're not doing it for any real inherent thing. Like, I mean, I'm sorry, but anyone who thinks art is real is crazy. That shit's a fucking scam. I mean, I could literally put a piece of shit on the wall and people would pay $1 billion for it as long as I called it, I don't know, the intestinal destination or some shit. Which I think is hilarious, personally. I've done that twice. Sorry, I couldn't help it. I've done that twice. It's fucking funny. But the end definition of it, I do think they're more inclined to destruction because yes, it is easier. I do agree, it is easier. However, if you tried, you might actually get something done. Like, seriously. Not to mention the whole y'all can't get along to save your lives. You always have to have a reason to be better than everybody else, even if it's the stupidest fucking reason by default. I mean, seriously? How burnt your skin is? That's fucking retarded. Like, it's just genuinely embarrassing. I mean, granted, you could argue I'm not much better, but at the same time, I hate you for just existing. I suppose that argument holds value. That is accurate. I will concede that point, yes. I suppose they need a reason. But to be fair, I could also counter-argue that they don't always need a reason in general. They could just make a fucking reason up. Which they do most of the time. I mean, honestly, take 90% of your wars. Oh, they want something I have, therefore now. No matter how you've done so before, you know. It's like, oh, well, we had a good relationship, but then you had this thing I wanted, so fuck you. And it's like, oh, okay. Neat, but whatever, I guess. I mean, honestly, it'd be more realistic if it was, like, not as violent as you all are. But I mean, again, it's ultimately a matter of perspective. Everyone will always see it differently, and I do love seeing different perspectives. That's one of my favorite things about you all. You can see things differently from others, which is neat, 100%. I do like it. I disagree. I feel like destruction isn't initial, but it's always there. Oh, actually, can I hit him or no? I don't think I can. Because like, again, your innate destruction is always there. Every living creature, it's not just humans, but every mortal of any race, of any type, of any species, has this innate desire to destroy. It's simply a matter of, like, at that point, that's not even really your fault, per se. But I'll count it. But, like, again, I'll argue it's not entirely your fault, because everything has a desire of destruction and creation by default. However, it's the impulse control and desire to act upon it, for whatever reason you may find or desire, that ultimately matters most. Because you could be like, yeah, well, they don't need a reason to destroy everything. And to make a reason up would have the inclination to do it. Like, you can't say there isn't a single person alive that doesn't have some innate desire for destruction and or creation. And again, I'm not saying that having the desire for destruction is inherently bad. Of course not. That's literally my gimmick. My gimmick is I do what I want when I want because I simply want to. I don't need a reason to do anything or do nothing. I simply do, I go with the flow. Whatever I want to do, I do. Because why wouldn't I just do it? But at the same time... Exactly. Everything naturally... Like, again, whether it's creation or destruction, everything has a reason. And in turn, everything has a reason to do so simply because of natural desire. So, ultimately, as long as beings have natural desire, Wait, what the fuck?
I can't let up
Holy
even if
shit,
I
how'd he get
wanted to.
behind me? That's okay. Holy shit, I'll give him that. That was impressive. He managed to get behind me. Alright. Oh, he's trying to stop me from doing that. Well played. But ultimately the wrong move, I'm afraid. Hang on a second. I didn't expect him to... I didn't think he could go there. I thought he was blocked off from the one end. Oh, I thought he could hit me. Womp. Oh, only 102? Seriously? Womp. 40. Should. Alright. Oh, perfect! I can hit him back, actually. So I got super distracted by the fact that he actually managed to land a hit on me. That was weirdly impressive. Let me go ahead and go behind him. Just cause fuck it, why not? But ultimately, creation, destruction, it's all the same in the end. It's a natural thing, you know? Before creation comes destruction. Therefore, destruction must have an avatar. Natural desires is the avatar. Because anything is capable of destruction. But it's also capable of creation. Ultimately, the sway of desire within oneself... Ah, motherfucker destroyed my root water. Piece of shit. Oh, bitch.
This is what's gonna let me turn this duel upside down.
If you beat me from this, I call bullshit. I don't know how I'd fucking fail this. I got two that could beat the shit out of you right now. Just don't... He's dead. Yeah, it's fine. I lose two, but I get your symbol, so it's fine. Shit, I forgot what I was talking about. That whole interrupt was kind of annoying. This motherfucker just... Alright. Yeah, whatever. I'll get this one now. So, where are you gonna go, boy? Where you gonna go? I guess I'll just keep that here, because I can still survive a couple turns while I hunt him down. Because I think one more attack and I win, right? And he's still got like 2 or 3 attacks to get me down. Yeah, he's still got like 2 more attacks after this to beat me. And I've only got 1, I think. So I think I've got him. Okay, dick. Nah, 76, that ain't nothing to me. Not really, anyway. I thought he was about to tag his own symbol. That would have been fucking funny. You're like, ah, yes, I think I'll just finish this myself. You technically didn't beat me. Yes, quite. Okay.
I'll tear down your defenses.
Okay, I think he actually got away from me just now. Okay. That doesn't do anything. What about you? Still nothing really. Okay, well. Okay, he can't go anywhere there, so I'm safe on that. Well, that sucks. I might lose, actually.
Hey, Capsule Monsters is just as fun as Dungeon Dice Monsters.
I'm actually really focusing on this now because I'm getting overly close. Yep, I got one more turn. If I don't win this turn, I lose. Because there's nowhere I can go that he can't hit me. So... Okay. Is he not going to move his symbol at all? Yeah, I think I lose. If he moves it the way I think he's gonna... Yeah. Alright, I lose. I gotta retire. Damn! Alright, that's fair. I almost had it, but not quite good enough. I misplayed one time. I should have fucking went in early instead of leaving it. Ah, well. That's fine. Could be worse. Could be better. It's ultimately whatevs. Of course, I suppose on the topic of destruction, there is such a thing as righteous destruction. I do believe in that, personally. Like, if you actually have a genuine reason, you know what I mean? I suppose it's a matter of perspective on, ultimately, that is the epitome of perspective. Because just because you think it's righteous doesn't mean anybody else will. But in the end, you could say it's morally righteous. Or it's prospectively righteous. Really, ultimately, a matter of perspective on that. Motherfucker. Do I want to use? I don't. Well, do I need? Well, fuck it. It should be fine. True. And again, neither do I. But again, you could argue it in the sense of, mortals have the morality thing. So from their perspective, something could arguably be righteously just. Which again, I use that just because, fuck it, how are you going to argue with me now? That's why I like saying it. It's funny for me, personally. Because they look at me, they're like, oh, you just wiped out an entire race. Yeah, but, it was righteous because I thought so. But it wasn't. But from your perspective, it wasn't. True. But from mine, it was. See how that works? It sounds stupid. But at the same time, you could argue it. Doesn't mean you'll win the argument, but who gives a shit? It's not relevant in any situation. Because again, my further point is, what are you going to do to stop me? Pull out that guy who can beat me? What was his name again? Oh yeah, Michael McDoesn't fucking exist? Forgot. He's going to stop me, isn't he? And then they usually stop arguing, because at that point, it's either that or, I'll turn you into a bloody eagle or something. Sounds cool. They don't appreciate it. But you know what? I think that has artistic value. And that's what's most important. Alright, I'll be able to open 3. I feel like it's impossible to be relatively objective or impartial regardless. Almost impossible. I suppose there's some mitigating circumstances that you could be, but ultimately it'd be almost impossible to do so. I had a minor conversation in my head before saying that, and I really need to stop doing that. Oh well, doesn't really matter in the end, but... Alright, so... how am I gonna beat the shit out of this guy? Wait, hang on. Womp, womp, womp. Okay, he could do that. So I think I'm going to stop him from doing that by automatically putting him here. And then I'll move him forward. $104. That's a little more. Okay, hell yeah. See, a little extra damage never hurt nobody. Oh, yep, I want to end my turn. I guess you could say I'm the ultimate arguer. Oh, you little bastard. Oh well, I can beat him this turn. That's an odd place to put that. Alright. Alright, he's gonna come down soon. I don't want that. That would be annoying to me. $100. I could probably take him out there, right?
I can't believe I took that.
I can. Are you serious? Boop. I'll beat you there. 101. Finish you off. Okay, it's a little far, but I can figure that. Ooh, level 2 now. Base. Got 2 level 2s now. Fuck yeah! Let's go!
I couldn't afford losing that monster.
That is actually weirdly true. You really couldn't afford to lose that one. But in the end, you did, so fuck off. And now you're gonna lose this one too. Baba boy. Alright. Boop. Bop. Enemy turn.
I gotta hand it to you, Yugi. You're doing pretty good, but that's not gonna last forever.
You know what's crazy? Changing one monster and changing the setup of how I put my monsters really fixed everything here. Oh, you little shit. Little bastard.
I can't let up even if I wanted to.
Okay. Yeah, you're a little shit. I'm gonna fuck you up now, boy. Thinking you're hot shit for that. I don't know who you think you is. You blocked yourself, dum-dum. Okay.
I'm ahead. I'll finish this duel quickly.
Yes, I will. Pop. 98. I wasn't at 100. That's probably because we're on the panels. That does kind of... Running out of options? Yes, you is, my boy. Womp. Now I'm going to press you even harder, boy. That's right. I'm going to press that shit. Pop. Bop. Anything else? Nope, that's all I got. I think that's everybody, too. It's pretty crazy. Fuck yeah. Oh, shit. I didn't move that. I knew I was forgetting something. Well, I'm not gonna lose, so it's... Oh, I was about to say. Oh, shit. I should probably kill him now while I still have the chance, huh? Okay, that's fine. But you've also set yourself open for an attack. So I do not complain here, specifically. Because now I can't move him, but I can kill him, so I no longer take an attack there. And then I will come and double attack him here. Attack for 90. After this, I don't think he can really move aside from right next to me. So I think this is it. Yep, I think I got him here. Because then all I gotta do is move it here. And then move this over. Because then he can't attack me with his Karibu down there. Because I'm protected. Because I moved just out of his range, I think. Oh, duh, no shit. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. I have enough to last a turn, so it's fine. And I win this turn. Well, my turn. Coming up. You know what I meant. Alright, I will win. I'm gonna hit him with the dolphin. This will finish you. Yeah, boy. You better come and get that, boy. Here it comes. Huh. A dolphin shooting lightning. You don't see that every day.
My symbol's destroyed. How could I not see that coming?
I think you did, but to be fair. Yeah. Gosh, so I get these guys packed up. Oof. Victory for me! That's right! The great and powerful Alexutia! Truly grand! Wonderful!
Yugi, you
Spectacular!
really are the king of games.
You're not too bad yourself.
I but I don't regret a thing because I dueled my best. Yugi, keep at it and win the tournament.
Thanks.
Yeah. Ooh, 100. See? 100 points. That doesn't even make no sense sometimes. I swear. Level 2, level 3. Hell yeah. I can't use any of these. That sucks. But it is what it is. No. I'm gonna go ahead and beat this one and... I don't know. Maybe I'll call it. It's getting relatively late. I don't know, maybe. I'll still stream probably in a couple hours. It's not like I'm going to bed. But... I don't know. Maybe I'll do something different. Maybe I'll start that new game. Maybe I'll start up Nier Automata. I might start that actually, yeah. Take a break from that and try something new. Well, I actually got a couple that I haven't started I've had for a while. Should I really start up a new one that I just recently bought? Because I do still have Persona 3 that I haven't even touched yet. I've had it for like forever now. Huh, I don't know. I'll figure it out.
I always wanted to duel against you to see how I would do.
But don't expect me to take it easy on you, Taya.
Of course not. I'll never forgive you if you treat me with kitty gloves.
True.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. I'll either do a new one or start up Persona, because I've always wanted to play the Persona games. They always seem so cool. I've never played any of them. So 3 seems like a good place to start. I've seen a little bit of it, and I don't see why not. Oh, she picked second too. I didn't know that. Yeah, I'm learning a lot of things today. Well, objectively speaking. However, I feel like the early game water monsters aren't crazy. Although to be fair, I feel like no monster setup's crazy good at the start. It wouldn't be a good game if it was. So, no shit. Alright, Dolphin, you. Yeah. Because Kappa isn't really all that great, simply because of its attack style being not only checkerboard, but at 1. That's fucking horrible. So as soon as I can replace Kappa, that'd be really good for me personally. Honestly, checkerboard just isn't that good. It's so bad. Right there. Put that here. And then I guess I'll put one here, too. That should be fine. Let's see.
It's time to start.
You know, speaking of, given the Christmassy theme of this one, Santa's real, by the way. For anyone curious. He is. And that blows a lot of people's minds for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, come on. Why is that surprising?
It's my turn.
He's cool. He doesn't... I'm on that list. Hey, yo! Calm down! I don't know what you said, but it's all asterisk. I don't know why. I don't think I'd put up anything saying you can't swear in chat. That's weird. I swear all the time. Why wouldn't you be allowed to? I'll have to check my settings after this stream. I don't know if that's just a generic thing Twitch does. Yeah, it is. I've set up, like, pretty much nothing like... Oh, weird? Wait, really? You said weird and it asterisk that? Why the fuck did asterisk that? That doesn't make any sense. Like a weirdo. Yeah, I don't know why it did that. That's weird. That's not even a swear word. Or anything. Oh well, is what it is. Again, I'll have a look after stream and see if maybe I change the settings or it changed itself, maybe. Wouldn't be the first time. And he's not a weirdo, personally, I don't think. He's just, you know, a guy who breaks into your house after deciding whether you're good or not and gives you the proper gift accordingly. There's nothing weird about that. That's a perfectly normal thing to do. It just sounds weird when you say it out loud. It's different. You know. Oh, you can come right next to me. That's crazy. Wow. Ah, I forgot to turn it off. Crap. Oh well. It's what it is. Who doesn't like an animation every now and again? Am I right? Oh, explosions. Can he hit me? No, okay, cool. Nice. Only 84, really? Damn it! Why do I keep doing that? Every time I turn it off, I forget to turn it, or I turn it on, I forget to turn it off after a while. Damn it. Is what it is. Stop. I mean, yeah, could have been worse. Alright, here we go. Now I'll turn it off. Especially since I'm winning in this one. 13th century Benedictine monk. That's kind of funny. That's like a first for me. That's not very good. That's not easy to do.
It's okay. We've only started.
I've never heard that before. That's surprising. I always like learning new hearing or experiencing things I've never done before. It's very hard to do, but when it happens, it's a good feeling for me. Because, you know, I guess... Oh, wait. Really? Attacking that one? I mean, if you insist, I'm not going to tell you no, but... Really? He's really going after this guy. They must hate that one specifically. I wonder why. Come on. Let me have my turn. Alright. Boop. Let me go ahead and attack both times here. 93. Alright.
Huh? What? Oh no! It's so,
So
much
much
weaker.
weaker. Yeah, it is. Yes, that's correct. Wait, what happened to my third root water? Oh, it's all the way back there. Holy shit. Only 90 on that one, huh? Crazy. Alright.
Come on, Taya. Fight,
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 fight.
fight. Yeah. That's odd, but okay. Go off. I don't know why they moved over there to do the same thing they were doing before. It's not like it'd be different if they went the other way, even though they couldn't go all the way that way. But still. Could it be? It's Christmas! Yeah! Christmas! Look at it. It's Christmas time. Be happy, jolly jollies. Honestly, nowadays, Christmas has really lost its official meaning. Instead of being an incentive for children to be actually good, aside from actually, you know, raising them properly, now it's just, nothing, really. I mean, it's whatever in the end. Because only really children actually get to enjoy the actual Christmas thing. Us you adults just have to do it on your own, huh? I mean, it's still a good time to have an excuse to eat good food, but, you know. I hit you? I can. I will move up and hit you. really hard right now. Bop! It's a little disappointing. But in the end, it's ultimately whatever. I don't really give a shit. I think it's funny.
Oh, it's not over yet, Yugi.
True. One, two, three. Yep, no more pieces to move. Ah, a shame. Oh shit. Can she hit me? I think I calculated she couldn't, right? Yeah, no. You're just shy of being able to hit me. Thought so. Alright. There we go. Womp. 72. Oh, thank God. I can move forward. Whoa, that's a little close, huh? Actually, I'll pull this one back. That way it doesn't get destroyed. I'd rather it not be destroyed if I can help it. Really? Okay, interesting. Alright. Huh. Are they trying to do what I think they're trying to do? I think so. I'll go ahead and finish it off then, so it can't attack me next turn. And then I'll pull this one over. Bring this one up as like a reserve piece. Because that's pretty much what's going to happen. Is they're going to bring themselves over to attack and do an assault type. Yep, he's going to do that. Survive. It's not surviving. Nope, I lose. I lost one. 69 though. Funny. Yep, I called that. Alrighty, I kind of figured, to be fair. How much can I get off on you? 84? You'll be fine, probably. I can at least finish one off. Oh, I thought I'd take all three. Holy shit. Alright, that's surprising. And 87. Okay. Oh yeah, I win next turn. And I only really lost one root water. That's not bad.
Oh, I didn't expect that at all.
Alright, I'll go ahead and end my turn. That's not like the worst thing on the planet. Could be worse, could be better. You know. Why does it keep showing up? God damn it. 69. Bop. Should finish it off. Hell yeah! This will finish you! I love saying that. It's so cool.
Yep, like
Like I
I thought,
thought. It's impossible to beat Yugi. You're awesome. Ah, I am truly awesome, aren't I? Truly, one of the greatest. You could say one of the greats of existence. Yes, truly. A lot of people would not agree with that. I don't even blame them either, though.
Oh no, I lost. Still, I had a lot of fun. How about you, Yugi? Did you have a good time?
Yes, it was an excellent duel.
It was really good.
Thanks. Yugi?
What is it, Taya?
Well, good luck in the rest of the tournament.
Yeah. Not that we'll need it, but hey, what are you gonna do? A little extra luck never killed nobody. Well, unless it was the bad kind, but I'm assuming you meant good luck because you said it, so it's fine. Damn, really? No level ups this time. Alright. Give me that root water. That's mine now. I'm taking that. Never hurts to have more root waters. Because I think I won't even be able to evolve it until Mako's stage. And it has to be level 5, I believe? I'll have to double check. I don't know if I'll be able to get it to that level in time. I don't know. We'll have to see, I suppose. Because if I remember right, Grandpa's stage is next. Yeah. I'll probably call it after this one. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling after this duel.
I see you're dueling well, Yugi. Grandpa! But let's see how well you do against me. I won't be able to let my guard down for a second. This is going to be my toughest duel yet. That's right. I may be old, but with age comes experience and knowledge.
Alright, my choice has been made. I'll have to end this after this. Unfortunately, the boss man likes to bother me on my days off. So I have something I have to go take time to do. So I'll finish this. You can wait for me to finish this. I'm sorry, it's not that serious.
It's time to duel.
But, gotta do what you gotta do, right? Oh, they're lucky their dental's so good. I wouldn't even bother with them. Well, that and they're funny little gaggle gangs. So, it's funny enough for me. But I'll finish this up real quick and get her done. Yeah, I don't think the side really matters at this point. They always give me all the tough missions. Alex, go do that. Alex, go do this. We pay you. Yeah, but like, I don't need your money. But like, you guys are funny. And you give good dental. So, I will. Alright, cool. At least I got all of them. That's pretty cool. Alright, put the water one there. I think I could put Kappa there, right? Yeah, because he could just kind of pop out, so it's fine. Put Kappa here. I could put Dolphin back here and focus on the root waters up front. I should be able to do relatively decent, I think, with this setup. We'll see.
It's time to start.
Let's go with the Dolphin, because it cost... Never mind, we'll go with this one, it costs less. But Dolphin costs 44. I don't know why I keep mistaking that. It's 54, not 44.
There's nothing better in life than playing games with my grandson.
Yeah, I might do one more stream later if I get done quick enough. I don't see why I shouldn't be able to. We'll see. I don't know. Well, I do, but that's not the point. Irrelevant. Alright, let's get to it. I should be able to open everything now, right? Probably. Alright, cool. And I can still move a Kappa, too. So I'll move this one over here. Alright. Hell yeah. Honestly, this kind of reminds me of the time I had a mission specifically to go to somebody to a ball. Like, what kind of mission is that? You know, the funny thing is, I thought they said bowling. Like, I thought they had to go bowl. So I agreed, because I'm okay about bowling. I don't really care. But I was also relatively bored that day, and I thought, better than doing nothing all day. Because, you know, whatever. So yeah, I went, and it was, like, really high-classy and pretentious. And I'm like, bro, I hate this shit so much. Because, like, it's one thing to be rich and snooty, but it's another to be rich, snooty, and pretentious as fuck. Like, we get it. Yo-ho. Get good, scrub. I'll do this. Alright, there we go. You have no idea how many times I get invited to these things, too. It's like, bro, just because you guys want to show me off because we talked once or twice and I haven't murdered you yet, doesn't mean anything to me. Like, that sounds like more of a you problem than a me problem, really. Oh, actually, I could move a Kappa right there in front and do an attack like that. That's kind of cool. Can't hit me. I didn't think so. I was about to say.
I'll use all my skills until the very end of the duel.
83. Actually, I can hit it 3 times because of my other one over there. Alright, hell yeah. Let me go ahead and Kappa up. Put it on the in front there. Bring up. Boop. And finish.
Oh, how annoying.
It is what it is. Oh, man. Alright. Then I'm going to go ahead and pull him forward. At least up to here. There we go. So I can kind of move all but one piece, which isn't the worst thing on the planet.
A duel of this intensity
I mean,
isn't good for my ticker.
The only really good thing about rich people is, like, they can afford really good food, which I'm not against. Again, I'm not against that. Like, I'm not going to say no to free good food. Also, is my health not going up at all with each level? Or is that just, like, a generic thing that's happening? Oh, wait, I think that's the level 1. Never mind. I'm not very smart. Oh, it's funny. Alright. I can at least use this one to deal some damage to this one. There we go. That was a painful attack, yes. Bring this down here. And that attack. Like, I mean, to be fair, though, what is it with rich people and wanting to have, like, everything as food, though? Like, I don't get that. You know? Like, you're willing to eat anything at that point when you're rich. Like, I mean, I'm technically rich. Not really. That's a lie. Alright, I'm not gonna lie to you like that. I am not rich. But, like, every time, it's like, they got the wackest shit. Or I have live octopus, or I have snails. And it's like, okay, look. Snails, I don't know. That's a preference, I think. I don't know why you'd want that. That just sounds nasty. But again, maybe I'm just not about it. Which is allowed. But at the same time, it's like, bro, come on. Like, have some class. I mean, oh, damn, I forgot I can only move all but one. I'm pretty much moved all but one. I don't know. I think that's just something I'll never really get. Some of that stuff. I had a whole tirade about this before. I don't know why. Alright. I mean, I don't know why he moved there. Oh, I was about to say, if he killed me, that was going to be bullshit right there. Okay. That Kappa might die, but ultimately it's irrelevant to me. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm not even going to move the dolphin, because it doesn't look like I have to. 86. Might be able to finish this. No, probably not, actually.
That was a painful attack.
Okay, hang on. Before I do that. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll just do this instead. Alright, move this over 2, attack 2. Bada ba bam, because you have a lot of HP and I don't like that. At least I'll be able to finish that. And again, if it dies, it dies. It's whatever in the end. I'll do that here. Womp. Yeah. There we go. Oh, hey, different one to move that time. It's kind of fun. I guess another thing I wonder about is why do you always buy big houses? Maybe that's just a thing I don't get. Because I can literally make houses in an instant with my health beam. House beam? Shelter beam? I can't really figure out which one sounds the best. But again, also irrelevant. Alright, let's stack this one. 73. This one will not be being defeated yet. I really should have thought this through a tad smidge. But hey, what are you gonna get? Actually, can I hit him with this or no? No, I didn't think so, but you never know sometimes. So here. 77. Okay, I'll win next turn. So. Alright. And pretty much done. You know, multiple cars you're never going to use. Also, brand names. Why do people think brand names give status? Just because they cost a lot of money. I don't get that, really. It's just clothes. Who cares?
That was a lot of damage.
But then again, I've never been a fashion guy either, though. So maybe that's an issue of my part? You know, I'm more than man enough to admit those minor things. But it's also because it's funny, so who cares? That's my whole gimmick, though. If it's funny, then it's fine. I don't know. Alright, there's nothing I can really get from this. Honestly,
Yuki, how about letting your grandpa win?
Mako is probably going to be the one I get the most from, with his Fiend Kraken. And another Root Water, but, you know.
You've improved your skills greatly, Yuki. I lose. But you held your own extremely well. But don't let your guard down. The path ahead of you is still long and very competitive. I know, but I promise to defeat my opponents and win the tournament. I'll hold you to your promise, Yugi. Good luck. Thank you.
Alright. 44, I'll probably get a level up on that. Maybe. We'll see. Hope so. Nice. Yeah, might want to power that up because there's a lot of water bonuses on that. Oh, no point in taking it, I suppose. I'm not going to use it. Alright. I gotta get skedoodling then. You know how it is. Big shit's crazy like that. Don't let it work. But it is what it is. I'll get it done, pop it off real quick, take a small break, and probably pop up back in a little while. We'll see. Depends how today goes. What I decide to do ultimately is what it is. So, this is Altuchia on the water-only challenge of Capsule Monsters. If you're into this sort of stuff, check out the YouTube channel, Altuchia, you know, on YouTube. It's where I post all my VODs. And this is Altuchia, and I'll catch y'all on the flip side if I see you there.